Broadcast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about.
You all ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
Dun, 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 dun.
This is a sham.
No. Nope.
Y'all, just stop.
Get real.
Welcome to DBL. It is Tori here with the Blues Brothers.
I knew it was going to happen. I knew it was going to happen.
I like the Blues Brothers reference, though.
It was a great call.
Thank you.
Chicago, so you're feeling that.
We're old school.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about Harry. And Tori's in the future. I feel like you could talk into your bracelet.
Beep, 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 beep. It's 2052.
You're talking in the wrong end. But
It looks like your driver's license is on here.
It's cool and chunky and artistic.
Okay, let's start the show.
Let's go. All right, let's start talking about this because all week we've been talking about former President Trump and the FBI searching his Mar-a-Lago home. We have an update to what's going on right now. So in a very rare public appearance, Attorney General Merrick Garland, he's a very shy guy, gave an appearance yesterday to give an update on the search, saying he had personally authorized it and that if Trump agreed, they would just simply unseal the search warrant. There's also news from the Washington Post breaking today that the FBI was looking for classified documents relating to nuclear weapons, among others. Trump posted to Truth Social saying those claims were a hoax. He also agreed the search warrant should be made public. It's expected to be released at some point this afternoon. Yesterday, there was also an attack on an FBI field office in, I believe, Cincinnati, Ohio. The armed suspect was then later shot and killed by police. A social media account with the man's name appears to reference an attempt to storm the FBI office. It also recently posted a call to arms with threats of violence against agents in response to the search at Mar-a-Lago. And a quick update, that man's name, who I'm not going to say, also posted on social media that he was at the Capitol during January 6th insurrection. He had a nail gun, allegedly an AR-15, and he shot at officers, and they did what they had to do. What do you guys think will be in the warrant? What do you think about it being released? Al, what do you think?
I like that it's being released, because, Jeff, there used to be a time, probably in 1985, where conspiracy theorists existed, but it's like they were marginal. Now there's so much conspiracy that you have to address it. No matter, it's insane because probably our agents used to say, "Don't let it go away." Now, if it's in the public, if you don't get ahead of it, it will become Democrats are eating babies and all this kind of stuff. So it sounds crazy. You have to address that now. And I do like the fact that they're like, no, we don't need your little chat rooms with this is what's happening. Here's what the warrant is. You can read it top to bottom. It's released. It's public information. It kills the conspiracy, and conspiracy is what leads people, I think, to do crazy stuff like this person.
Absolutely. I feel nothing for this man who tried to storm the FBI building. These are human beings at the highest level trying to do their job to protect our country. So this rationale of you think January 6th insurrection is going to continue and you're going to take your grievances out in this way, that's what happens to you. Okay, so I don't condone that at all.
But that's a fact.
I don't even want to say I applaud that, but that's what happens to you if you think you're going to do things like this to our government officials and the people that protect our country. Shame on you. I feel nothing for you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I've gotten that cold, that we're at that point.
Hey,
as Jeff, far as that, you have the biggest ladybug.
Oh no! I felt it.
It's okay.
You had the biggest ladybug on your face. And Jeff and I were in the parking lot talking earlier,
Dude,
and another ladybug.
That was that guy. He's like, oh yeah?
Yeah, see? That's a conspiracy.
That was karma.
There was a microchip in that. All right, watch out for that.
Man, I felt it too, and I was like,
I felt it. I saw it. I was like, should I do something else?
Yeah, do something.
It was big.
I was going to say, you have a mole.
Am I gonna be a meme? Is that did you see it?
You won't be.
Did you see it on that camera?
Did everyone see it, please?
You did? Oh, it's definitely coming out. It's got to be a serious story.
Yeah.
I hate talking politics because bugs crawl on my face.
That's a good way to get out of it.
Yeah, I'm out. I'm done with
You're
that.
Mike Pence with the fly.
Oh, yeah?
Well, at least I'll be on Saturday Night Live for 4 months in a row.
1,000,000% agree with you. I will say that when you say back the blue, that includes the FBI. So if you are someone who says I back law enforcement, I believe in the thin blue line and all of that, that includes not shooting at the FBI office. I agree with Jeff on this one. As for the nuclear documents, I'm real concerned. I brought it up yesterday that at some point these documents were subpoenaed by Merrick Garland 7 months ago. They were never given, and that's why they came in. If it has anything to do with nuclear secrets or documents or codes, I'm concerned.
I would hope that'd be something we could agree on.
Yeah.
And just to touch on that real fast, I'm looking forward to everything coming out,
Yes.
right?
Yeah,
so the speculation on the speculation stops, and we could talk about what's actually happening. And if that is true, there's some problems.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Wouldn't that be nice to have the truth? All right. We do have a very sad update about actress Anne Heche. According to her rep, Anne did suffer catastrophic brain injury from her crash last week. She's not expected to survive. There are plans to try and donate her organs, and they are keeping her on life support to see now if her organs are viable. If you recall, Anne crashed her car into a home last Friday, resulting in both the house and the car catching fire. There are also reports now that her blood did test positive for cocaine and possibly fentanyl. We don't know if it was laced, if it was extra. I want to make that really clear. Her family said she will be remembered for her courageous honesty and dearly missed for her light.
Yeah, this is, I mean, look.
Complicated.
It is.
Complicated.
That's a good
Can we
word
be honest
for it.
here?
Yeah.
I
It's
appreciate
complicated.
you saying that because it's, you know, the way somebody's life ends, and I always have an issue with this, Jeff, especially when it's a young person that dies and overdoses, no matter if they're a private citizen or a public figure. The last thing I read about you, and the last thing your kids read about you, is that you were on drugs or alcohol at the time. It probably wasn't great. You know, but I think a lot of us at certain points of our life could have had an autopsy that read like this.
Absolutely.
Maybe not this exact one, but something close. We've all had nights where we were like, that wasn't a great idea, and I'll leave it at that. So, and I think that's why people are much less to sling arrows, but at the same time, this is what happens. You sound like somebody's daddy. I'm three people's daddy, but like I realize that this is what happens even when you're Anne Heche, A-list celebrity, out of control, and just like from reading what she did have in her system, I can't imagine somebody being upright.
Yeah, and that video, right? It's not like, and again, I'm not comparing drinking and driving. It's all bad, right? But this wasn't a couple beers after a bar. This looked like someone who needed help, right? And it was public that she needed help, and driving at that speed, who knows what was going on, right? I feel for her. I feel for her family. But just because she's a celebrity doesn't take away with, she could have killed another family.
Absolutely.
It could have been my kid. It could have been your kid. It could have been somebody. She didn't. Luckily, thankfully, she didn't deserve what's happening to her, but that's where the confusion comes in, right? I want to celebrate her as a celebrity and what she did, but she's a human, and she could have killed somebody. And I understand people have problems mentally, and we're addressing that more and more in society, but it doesn't make it right.
Exactly. Both of you said it beautifully, and I also think the fact that she had just left a previous crash and then was leaving at that speed, there's a lot in my mind of, was this somewhat of a, I mean, again, all speculation, but was this something she was trying to end something? Was she doing this deliberately? Or was this just a really terrible person, but intoxicated and on the road and made a bad decision?
I mean, we saw this a couple months ago, unfortunately, with Henry Ruggs, the Las Vegas, they've moved so much. Yeah. The Las Vegas Raiders star wide receiver. I remember when he was at Alabama, he was a star.
Right.
And he
1 year in the league.
1 year in the league, he was already on his way to fame and fortune. A big contract was coming up for him, and his car was going 150.
I remember this.
And I mean, obliterated a young woman.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, this is what happens when people are drinking behind the wheel, and it sounds so corny,
or
but like
intoxicated in any way.
Whatever is happening back there. This could have probably been avoided for a $27 Uber.
Yep.
And I hope people realize, even in your advanced state, I hope whatever you're doing, just like get Uber.
And we get that sometimes people mentally are going through something else.
Absolutely.
But again, that's not an excuse.
And that's what this show is. We deal with the nuance and complications, and we don't not discuss it. Exactly.
We just discussed ladybugs on people's faces.
Amulet.
I like my wrist amulet. Write in if you like my wrist amulet.
Or just call you on it.
Hello. Coming up on DBL. I look like I'm in the 40s. Yeah. From taking out newspaper ads to garage sales. Oh, this is a good one. These women are going viral for revenge. We want to hear your thoughts. And a CEO posts a tearful selfie to LinkedIn while he's getting zero sympathy from his employees.
Closed captioning provided by
America.
I think it is one of those stories we're all going to be like, what?
Who raised you?
Why am I right all the time?
Welcome to another week of Jeff's Mustache.
Am I going crazy?
Place it. I am a proud American Home Shield member.
It was the same thing that was in my hair.
It's like a big.
It likes you.
Dude, Sam's not here. Kill that.
And it's a lie.
No, don't kill it.
Yeah, kill it.
No, don't kill it.
It embarrassed me on national
No, it
television.
didn't. It made you look charming.
Yeah.
Don't kill it.
Okay,
I'll
then
take
you
out.
wear it on your face, and I'll keep it alive.
Okay.
Are we on? Oh
Yeah.
my goodness. Famous last words. How many people that was the last day of work? Wait, is that on?
Yeah.
I'm gonna get hate mail for killing a bug.
That was on, remember Tommy Boy when
It's
they were
actually a
passing
Japanese
the...
beetle. They are in a pest, and they shouldn't be in this country, so they're not good.
All right.
So they're okay?
Just saying.
To
They're all
put-
over my roses. They're all over my raspberries. They're all over my blackberries. In his face, my friend's face. People's heads.
There was one.
Heads are falling
Me and Al
off.
were just talking like before the show started
Madame?
outside, and one flew right in my hair and got
Yeah,
stuck.
it flew on in like right in your pompadour. It flew on the bottom part, so it was on his hair, but at the top it was like hanging on like Spider-Man would. Isn't that what it is? Yeah.
Dude, they're attacking me today.
I know.
Sierra, are you scared of bugs?
No.
Really? What's your biggest fear?
Well, spiders, but that's the only thing.
I thought
That's
she
the
said
only thing.
wolves at first. I was like, that's a good
A
one.
wolf spider here
Yeah,
in Denver yet?
yes,
Okay,
yes.
for people that don't know, Google it. I'm not joking when I say they're this big, and I had to execute 2 of them outside of my house.
See, I couldn't. I would have to call.
Dude, I
have
swear,
hairs. They have hairs
dude,
on
I
them.
had one of those scrub brushes, and I was so afraid of it. I hit it, and it came back, and I swear it gave me like the finger.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my god!
Like I don't, and I'm. Some of those jump. Some of those spiders
not
like jump
true.
at you. Like some of the ones that
It
are
moves
on
The
your face.
fast.
jumping ones are bad.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, because it's like.
I would
And feel
move
free
if
to
one
come
came
up
in
with
my
one.
house.
Welcome back. Last night was the second Major League Baseball Field of Dreams game in Iowa. Remember this quote? Is this heaven? No, it's Iowa. It began with Ken Griffey and Ken Griffey Jr. coming out of the cornfield and playing catch together on the field. Am I going to start crying? Then it's Ray Liotta. That's why I'm sad, because he passed. Then all the players from the Chicago Cubs, the Cincinnati Reds, they all followed behind. There was this touching moment during the 7th inning stretch. It featured a hologram.
7th inning stroll. Can we speed it up,
Look at that.
guys?
Look.
Holy
Look.
jeez, I'm
That's
sorry. Can we? This is the problem with baseball. Like, come on, can we move it? I have 3 kids. I don't have time for you to walk out of a cornfield.
It's poetic. It's poetic.
I'm sorry.
There was a hologram featured of famed broadcaster Harry Carey.
Come on, Al, have a heart,
I
buddy.
know, I
Take a look
didn't
at
see this coming up.
Yeah.
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and cracker jack. I don't care if I
Ever get back?
I take it back. That was cool.
That was
okay.
cool.
That was
See?
a really holograms have come a long way
Remember
from that
when they did the Tupac one from Coachella? Was it maybe 10 years ago?
Yeah, it was a little corny.
Yeah, it was a little corny. That's like
That looked real. Like if you were there, I got like a little choked up when I watched that because that was my childhood.
Right.
Harry Carey,
Chicago.
playing. I forgot. I've been on a Chicago
WGN?
WGN.
Yeah.
Every day growing up, it's such a beautiful moment. I just wish Wilson Contreras got one hit to finish my parlay. But what are you gonna
Gosh.
But wasn't it lovely? Like, I don't know. I'm a big fan of that movie. I mean, it's really unbelievable. Wasn't it a great moment when they walked out of the corn? You really felt it was cheesy?
No, I like that scene.
Okay,
It was
good.
just taking a while.
It was taking a while.
so
Like,
I thought it was
show.
beautiful.
I thought it was beautiful.
And Griffey Jr. and Sr. too.
That's
Beautiful.
cool.
Yeah.
Playing
They played on the same team at one point.
Yes.
How cool is that?
I had a huge crush on him, the junior, not the senior. A tech CEO is getting a ton of backlash online. It's all over this picture he posted to LinkedIn of crying in a selfie. He said the tears were because he had to lay off employees, and it was because of a bad business decision he said he had made. Now his post has gone viral, and others are posting on LinkedIn with their own vulnerable, tearful moments, like this man who is crying over Taco Tuesday, which he said was a bad choice.
That's good.
Dominic posted his own crying selfie saying, no layoffs to announce here. However, years are coming and they don't stop coming.
What song is that?
Years are coming and they don't stop coming.
Back to the road.
Hit the ground running.
Smash Mouth. That's right.
Mouth.
Yeah.
And check out this woman who says she's stuck in a guilt trap of having KFC for lunch.
Listen, the internet is fantastic
In some ways,
for
you're right.
things like
Yeah.
this.
Right.
I love. There's so many of these going around that I just like have. They just make me smile. This was one that made me smile.
Well, Jeff, let me ask you about something that made somebody cry. This guy, walk me through his logic.
What a loser.
He made a bad business
What a
decision.
loser.
I mean, he made a bad business. He had to cost people their jobs because of his choice. And then he posts a picture, which means like he took a couple because he's like, I'm crying.
He did.
But is this a good crying? This is good.
The tear's not there.
What did he think that was going to do?
Here's what it does. The tears form a force shield of hate because my wife does it all the time, and whatever the problem is goes away.
It's like
it just goes away.
Can't yell
Here
at
come
me.
the tears. Well, I guess I spent $1,000 on a pair of shoes, not you.
That's when you got to start crying.
Yeah, that's when you start
the tears start for me.
Well, I mean, the emboldenedness of this guy, we talk about the great retirement, the great resignation, the idea that this guy could like get pity from this.
Well, it's the disconnect that we see a lot with.
Right there.
I think the chasm, we're making fun with this, but I think the chasm between the 99% and the 1% is getting, because if you were the 99% and you were going to do this, if you talk with any of your other friends that are in the 99%, they'd be like, you're going to get roasted if you post that. But if you're in the 1%, they're all like, cool idea, Jeff. This is what happens when there's no connection between management and labor, and it costs people jobs, and it costs you a lot of retweets.
Reputation, and you know he took a bunch, because when I cry.
You don't think that shields some of the hate?
No,
tears shield
I think he thought
hate.
he was going to show his humanity, like, I'm sorry.
That's what I mean. And you don't think a couple people are like,
no, not
it backfired terribly.
No.
Because it's like, why would he feel pity for you? You made the mistake.
Yeah, you didn't pay him out for the rest of the year. You didn't like. You could have taken those tears.
Why are you guys ganging up on me?
See, it worked. See, next story.
You have another bug on your face. Coming up on DBL, women getting revenge on their cheating husbands. Do you think they went too far or not far enough?
We touch a lot of surfaces every day that other people have also touched. Amid the monkeypox outbreak, which the federal government has declared a public health emergency, many people online have questions about how the virus spreads. Verify viewers Becky and Rob specifically asked whether monkeypox can be transmitted by touching surfaces. So let's verify. Can you get monkeypox by touching contaminated surfaces? Our sources are the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, the California Department of Public Health, and Dr. Scott Roberts, assistant professor of infectious diseases at the Yale School of Medicine, who says the risk of getting infected through a surface is quite low.
It's not zero, but it is low. And so that risk of a fleeting contact or somebody briefly touching something probably does not lead to enough virus on that surface to infect you if you get exposed.
So yes, a person could get infected with monkeypox by touching contaminated objects, fabrics, or surfaces that have been used by someone with the virus. But that's not the most common way that it spreads. Monkeypox transmission primarily occurs through close personal, often skin-to-skin contact with people who have monkeypox symptoms, such as a rash and sores, according to the CDC and the California Department of Public Health. Roberts says studies are currently ongoing about how long the virus can survive on surfaces. So far, experts know that the virus family monkeypox comes from can survive on surfaces, particularly when in cool, dark, and low humidity environments. But Dr. Roberts and the CDC both say that these viruses are sensitive to many disinfectants.
This virus is easily killed. So common disinfectants that we use, such as alcohol wipes or Lysol wipes, very easily kill the monkeypox virus.
So we can verify, yes, monkeypox can spread by touching contaminated surfaces, but the current risk is low. Health experts are much more concerned about COVID-19 because unlike monkeypox, the virus can spread through the air. With your Verify, I'm Ariande Till.
Welcome back to DBL. What would you do if your partner cheated on you? Well, some women are going viral for their unique revenge on their cheating husbands. First up, a woman in Australia took out this full-page ad in her local newspaper calling out her husband. She wrote, "Dear Steve, I hope you're happy with her. Now the whole town knows what a filthy cheater you are. From Jenny. P.S. I bought this ad using your credit card." And another woman
That seemed tame.
used
Really nice
TikTok, this was my favorite, to show how she was handling her cheating spouse. She hosted a garage sale, selling every single piece of her husband's stuff, and of course putting up signs just in case the neighborhood didn't know that she had a cheating husband garage sale.
Wow. Now I wonder, were they really marked down prices? Were she selling stuff for $1 or something?
I would assume.
I'm all for this. You know what I mean? You get like big tool items, big ticket items for cheap, and it's advertised. I hope this catches on and I could get some better stuff at my house.
That's the new Facebook marketplace.
Yeah.
People cheating.
Does this feel violating to you guys in terms of privacy? Like, don't plaster our business everywhere, a full page ad? Or are you like, it's fair game if you cheated on me? Is it fair game?
Okay. Again, we're having fun, but let's be honest. Is everything fair game? If somebody cheats, okay. So,
is it off the table already?
Yeah, if somebody cheats, if Jeff and I are in a domestic relationship, if we're married or whatever, Jeff cheats.
You guys would make a cute couple.
Can I then sell your car for $1 because I'm mad? You can divorce me, you can leave me, but then is it like, is everything fair game? Can I burn your house down? Can I, like what are the levels of like, yes, cheating is bad. So you have the right to walk away from that person, but can you destroy everything? You possibly like cause physical harm, or I don't know. Like
Al took it to a real place.
Legal. like what do you?
I mean, I think that certain things have, like revenge porn, for instance, has been outlawed. You can't burn someone else's things down. That's arson. So.
But could you sell Jeff your lawnmower for $5?
Yes.
Probably.
Not all cheaters are narcissists, but these revenge stories got us thinking, is there a way to see if your partner really is a narcissist or just a bad guy or a girl? According to a psychologist, these are the traits you should be looking out for. His name's Jeffrey. Your partner is a narcissist if they are obsessed with wealth, status, power, and success. If they have a disregard for others, if they lack remorse or guilt, they have a strong sense of entitlement and are constantly blaming and shaming others. How do you guys deal with narcissists in your life? And are they easy to spot for you, or have you gotten taken in?
I feel like I could spot them pretty easily, right? And there's people that I do not surround myself with. Like, that list is the opposite of everything that I stand for in my world and people that I'm associated with. So if you are one of those things or two of those things, I try to keep you at a hand's distance, if at all wanting to see you at all. You know, I can't deal with it.
It's a lot, and all the things we talk about, that was kind of like a bullet pointed list, but like in there is like when you talk about when somebody's rude to the waiter, like that kind of thing. Where I told you, I'll never forget, I was doing a road gig years ago in Fort Myers, Florida. Me and the other comic went to lunch, and it was like the first time I'd ever seen like somebody throw the menu at the waiter, after they didn't look at him and just kind of tossed it. And I was like in shock. Like, I remember where I was sitting, and that was over 10 years ago. But it's like when you see narcissism in real time, and especially when you date it and you see it day to day, it's very obvious to spot. And I think honestly, I think narcissism is the #1 mental health issue in this country. I feel like 6 out of every 10 people suffer with it to some extent. I feel like our former president absolutely did. And I feel like maybe all of us have some of it in us, but some people just cannot see the fault in themselves. It's always somebody else.
Yeah, I think at that point, you're right. What I'm learning is just boundaries.
Everything wants boundaries.
Everything, exactly.
But the world today, everything is everyone else's fault, right? Everyone. And I've just learned throughout my life, if you have a finger pointing, you got 3 pointing back at you. And that's how I was raised.
That's right.
Very well said. We'll be right back.
Go through life.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by...
For supporters, typically on the left, the bill is being celebrated as a big win for environmental efforts and healthcare access. But critics, typically on the right, say it's full of overtaxing and overspending. So what's really in the bill?
Our sources are Bill Hoagland from the Bipartisan Policy Center, Chris Edwards from the Cato Institute, the Nonpartisan Congressional Budget Office, and the bill itself. When it comes to taxes, the biggest change is that large corporations, earning at least $1 billion annually, will have to pay a 15% minimum tax. It also enacts a 1% tax on stock buybacks, when a company buys back its own shares. The plan would also boost funding to the IRS.
By $80 billion.
Most of it going to enforcement will allow for there to be an increase in collection.
With healthcare, the bill allows for Medicare to negotiate prices for some drugs, and it creates caps on drug costs for those on Medicare.
It puts a cap, which would be immediate, on the out-of-pocket expenditures that the individual has to pay at $2,000.
The bill also extends financial assistance until 2025 for many enrolled in the Affordable Care Act, which would have expired at the end of this year. The legislation also involves environmental changes, offering incentives and tax credits for businesses for being green. For example, those that produce or invest in wind or solar. And it would also offer credits to consumers, like those with clean energy expenses, such as solar panels or who buy electric vehicles.
It's really a cornucopia of energy and environmental subsidies.
Perhaps the biggest question here has to do with inflation and what the bill will actually do to curb rising costs. The Congressional Budget Office scored the bill, and remember, there are a lot of different factors at play here impacting different groups in different ways. But ultimately, analysts say the bill will have a negligible impact on inflation in the next year.
Warner Brothers recently merged with Discovery and announced plans to combine the two company streaming services, HBO Max and Discovery Plus. That's prompted a lot of rumors about what could happen to your favorite movies and TV shows, like this viral tweet that suggested HBO was, quote, ditching all the scripted content. Some people began to fear that prestige dramas like Succession would be axed in favor of reality shows like 90 Day Fiancé. But is that actually what's happening? Is HBO Max abandoning scripted content? To verify, we reached out to Warner Brothers and listened to the recent investor call that in part prompted these claims. First, an HBO Max spokesperson told Verify in no uncertain terms that, quote, rumors about scripted content being ended are completely false. And you can see evidence for that in the recent earnings presentation about the merger and the new strategy going forward. On slide after slide, HBO Max content and Discovery Plus content are shown as two pieces of a larger plan, rather than one replacing the other. This slide, for instance, says the two brands are, quote, unique and complementary, and even highlights that HBO Max content is scripted. Executives on the call repeatedly emphasized the company will continue to make scripted content.
HBO Max has never been hotter. Quality is what matters. We're doubling down on that HBO team. They're all committed under contract, and we're going to spend dramatically more this year and next year than we spent last year and the year before.
So we can verify, no, HBO Max is not abandoning scripted content. With your Verify, I'm Casey Decker.
Welcome back. We all love to binge and watch our favorite shows, DBL. But sitting for a long period of time is just not good for our bodies. So it's time for some joint and muscle support brought to you by Omega XL. So sitting too long can cause pain and stiffness in your lower back, legs, and knees. So get up and move between those episodes. You can take a short walk around the neighborhood, do some standing stretches, or try a low-impact exercise like yoga. Omega XL has improved the lives of millions of consumers, supported by 30 years of clinical research. Omega XL's powerful and proven benefits have transformed the lives of athletes, celebrities, and dedicated daily users. Call 1-800-686-5325 or visit omegaxl.com for more information. Now, we did want to we have a story, it's hard hitting. We got a close up for you of the bug on Jeff's face.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, oh, it looks like,
almost like my ears pierced.
You look like Sting.
Yeah. Dude, I feel like it's still on me. Like the whole
right? You're
show,
itchy?
I'm like, oh my gosh.
Yeah. I think that would be a good subject for us to do, is just like, if somebody's got something on their face, do you say anything? If it's if it's one of your best friends with a bug on his face on live TV, do you say something?
Absolutely.
You have to.
Yes.
Listen, I'll let you know if you have something in your teeth.
Yeah.
And I've seen things in other people's teeth, and their partner doesn't tell them, and I have to be like, I got to get in there.
No, I'm
hey,
that
excuse
guy.
me, you got something in your teeth. I think people appreciate it.
I totally agree. What bug?
Like they appreciate our conversation.
Like they don't know we're still on credits. Hey guys. Nope, still don't know. Okay, quick question. What bug would you not want on your? Oh, now we don't have time.
That bug.
Wow.
All right,
Quick
bye.
question. Don't do that anymore.